before. Allen and Mobley, bigger team. You should have more
defensive players so far in this first quarter.
Attacks at the rim. Everything's
so clean.
Third foul there after the Mitchell steal. Donovan Mitchell playing downhill for the N1.
12-2 run for the Cavs. Shepherd steps into it.
Come off of an attack by T.J. McConnell. 2 feet in the paint.
At this juncture of the game, as Mobley is going to be.
And that's how relentless you got to be. You can't be.
Spoke with Evan Mobley today.
Season long, and a lot of it is because of their act.
And look at that. Had it initially. Mobley, the one-handed gather from the rebound.
And control the defensive backboard.
Mitchell's got 11. Against the shoot, 24 left in the quarter. McConnell stops on a
for a second. He may go. He had an opportunity at the 2.
Like he may have hooked Shepherd his arm, but so
blueprint for how the Cavs, your best player, consistently get to the free throw line. He will have.
Considering how lethal this team has of the Cavs, 30 points.
And then your 2 players show up like this. That they're telling you, I'm not one to give there.
They did have one to give.
That is a huge play there. See that he's gathering like that and just let it go.
Left in his first quarter. Was an early foul trouble in that. With the clock ticking.
Gives you a chance to control the defensive transition. To play slow or to play late in the shot.
Excellent defense.
How difficult it is for the Pacers to
graphic. A savvy vet, 6th year playing with it
defensively, because you know T.J. McConnell's probing.
What about this thing from Indiana's point of view?
On their heels a little bit, allowing the Cavs.
So Wade was there. Another Cleveland turnover.
And that's on Mitchell. He acknowledged Donovan the pull.
Obi Toppin misses, and now Hunter's going to pull. Largest lead of the game for the
has had his struggles really all series.
So Pascal Siakam, January of last year, that midseason trade under the conference finals, and now trying to take this brand
to attack, which you like, trying to just stem the.
What a start from Mobley. He's got a dozen throws. And if it's on Max Strus, that's Atkinson handles this. Again, we mentioned at the top, no Sam Merrill.
Defensive-minded rotation, right? With being has had such a struggle scoring it. What he does.
The NBA. Town Cleveland. Game 5, the Cavaliers in tonight. Boy, Aaron Nesmith is fouled on it first. And Aaron Nesmith, a night. Time that Garland actually suffered that torn ACL.
What a luxury for Nesmith to get traded, to come to Indiana as a young player and get it
inside the 9-minute mark in the first half.
He looks like a completely
at 7. Turner, a little bit of a low pass from Rick Carlisle's going to try to get in on TNT. Managers Mark Bick, Jeff Werner, and our engineer.
No better group in the business.
Mobley misses a little flick at the rim. Obi Toppin just picked up his 3rd.
Yeah. Again, you just want to make the confidence and a lot of freedom because they're in control.
Game 3 at home, with the city jump and the buzz, the experience of a team that made it deep postseason.
Knocking down a shot, settling down this Pacers.
Garland is bumped on the perimeter, but
allowing the Pacers to really establish.
Eastern Conference's Defensive Player of the Month by Hunter. Nesmith gets it back, and it's last touched by the Pacers.
As in Garland still not basketball.
Appreciates as a Garland obviously.
Whether it be baseline, full court.
Smith connecting from deep, and just like
transition, it starts with Halliburton knocking down that.
Franchise that's familiar with coming back from being. Thompson told me that the message to the group was, don't get on the play. Text that read yesterday, if you don't believe, don't for tonight. And guys, so far so good with Cleveland.
Here summer 2023.
The thing about it, he gives you great shooting. Something that this Cavs team not necessarily known for roster if you are trying to win a championship.
Nemhard able to bang in the three.
They're going to go with Mitchell.
Moments yet in this series, but a big play. Smith working against Mitchell, trying to turn the quarter.
It was terrific defense.
For the evolution of Aaron Nesmith's game, just makes the call, penalty situation, so free.
Has started with Garland and not really had much flow.
Be kind to yourself and each other and give total health a shot. So now with Garland, we've seen him kind of
bring it up full court. They know that Okoro's not a natural. Have Donovan catching it with a lot.
Against Wade. The right call by the officials.
That is the right call, and I think it's the grab. I think he gets called, but even in those situations, as
on his way up as he attacked Allen
to get them into their offense.
So Garland is now 1 for 6, and he's missed Turner, a couple of fakes. We crossed the 5-minute mark. Mitchell crosses over.
Gotta feel great because you're making the
within 7.
4 run.
Here the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, I think they've gotten a little disjointed.
Should have gotten the call. Up, missed it.
Defensively for the Cavs.
Clock at 9. His offense.
How about this?
Beautiful look
there by the Cavs, and just great patience.
Allen State for Cleveland in this game.
The intensity's picked up, and then they have got
his run 24-9 over the last 6 minutes. He's Halliburton a couple of threes.
They took Garland out and went without.
We hit the 2-minute mark before halftime. Halliburton and they come up empty. And
they have just not been able.
And he buries another 3.
Led to that triple there. Attacking the paint, starting to settle a little.
Quarter 3, short. Contact. Unable to get
on the inside. That's where the advantage was.
Up to Jenny Busek, assistant coach for the Pacers, coming out of the herring teams down. We have to get back to doing that.
Siakam, a 3-time All-Star, spinning turnaround.
Them allow Mobley to get 2 feet in the paint and work on that post
in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I mean, but I'd like to see them run some action for the Cavs.
Boy, if anyone told us that Garland
contested layup there to start. Because they are in still.
Garland with a $1.05, now it's at 8.
And something's been the shrink Bears, but they still have confidence in their group.
What a sequence that is so.
Yeah, he just.
Boy, he miscalculated.
Yeah, that's.
Or Turner got to it.
Yeah, and you have to wonder if just give up on the play.
Donovan defensive gems by Turner.
Switch pivots there. That was a great job.
Cleveland Cavaliers there. And again, unable to buy in the quarter. Turner turns and makes it look easy.
They've lost a little bit. How big is that basket? He seems like he is ready to be a great
per game during the regular season. He's 6 of 8 tonight. His 5th rebound. Allen turned back. It's Turner again.
But not going to go away again. I like
tonight is 0 of 6.
And as a team, 2 in this series.
Fisher's going to get Garland, to your point, 2nd best 3-point shooting team.
And just watching the game, even though the Cavs.
Halliburton. So they'll put Garland at the free throw line.
Pick and roll if it's a hedge.
Oh, you can enter for a 0 alcohol, 29 calories, 3 chances at a closeout game. They've won all 3. Raise it. Tyrese Halliburton. Strus has been really quiet tonight.
The Pacers right now getting
Garland working off the corners, stops on a Siakam. Mismatch with Garland. And right now, GA, they are taking the
Cavs are feeling defeated. They just the substitutions that come with Hunter and Wade.
Closing seconds of the 1st quarter. He's 3 of 4 out of the timeout. Takes contact from Wade. Weak things, just looking for some kind of a spark.
Perimeter. They have been really good when they have attacked.
Or spurt by the Pacers. And he is putting together a huge night. You just mentioned it during the break. Evan
Throw the ball to and say, go get me one. But
another miss. Strus. Siakam's going to get called for an over the back. Okay, they have not hit a field goal now in more than 4 minutes. Was clearly feeling the effects of.
I love the fact that they're staying aggressive.
Not been able to put his offensive game together. So obviously Mitchell laboring.
Ball to Siakam in a position where he can attack. Defensively, put Mobley in some situations where he can catch.
Make the call the other way. Violation and the turnover by Indiana gets it back. His offense into the corner of Okoro and Siakam the loose change. Good close, Hunter, Halliburton.
Mate. And the Cavs have not been for Cleveland. That's good basketball.
Donovan Mitchell, boy, worst possible sight for Cleveland.
Earlier tonight, I had a conversation with Tyrese Halliburton. Prove people wrong. He felt like people were all postseason long, including Joel Embiid.
Halliburton, the hamstring injury that ended his postseason bid early off to such a slow start this season. But Halliburton's
heck of a play by Mobley.
And they turn it over. Thomas.
And it feels like they're up 20 right now.
And now to make matters worse, you got Donovan shooting. Wade's gonna fire to Bryant. The Indiana Pacers
defensively taking control here.
Boy, they miss again. No field goals for the Cavs. A second best offensive rating team
compared to what you see the Pacers, and he is sensing the moment.
And he uncorks one.
20, but it's basically a two-possess. And the issue, too, now they're going to bring Jared Allen. So defensively, they're going to be challenged.
Pacers looking to push. Top and Euro step, and he's headed.
Possession is an individual attack. You run poor offense, which has really been the case.
Haven't had many fast break opportunities. They play, and their lead is a dozen.
Missed it. It was definitely an 8-second violation.
Since that good start, remember he hit his first 3 shots.
Create an opportunity for himself.
Mathurin. Trying to pick up Cleveland off the mat. Cleveland, this place was dead quiet. Just a couple. His head coach, Kenny Atkinson, he's hit 2 threes.
This place felt like we were at a funeral there.
This is Bryant. He's going to pull a 3, and he...
That corner triple.
Boy, Thomas Bryant, all 9 of hit. Every time he hits the floor, you can see him lay his 13th free throw of the night.
Well,
his first field goal since there were 30.
The Pacers are so good at, and the Cavs had been all season.
Boy, McConnell, beautiful crossover. Mathurin on the dive. As Indiana's lead back to 11.
And he stayed disciplined enough to keep him in front of you.
Top of Bryant here in Cleveland. A 4-point 2025 NBA playoffs are presented.
The Toyota play to make some shots here for the Cavs.
Jerome thought about it, going to pull it back. Donovan Mitchell fakes, Mathurin bites. As Mark Lindsay makes the call.
Yeah. And you can see he gets the lean in there. That's a
scored 33-20 quarter. Regular season, second most in franchise history.
Offensively, and again, a ton of time. They're going to have to string together some stops.
Comes alive again. Mitchell, it's loose, turnover. And then Mathurin is able
and then runs the other way to create.
90 seconds gone by in the 4th. Mathurin. Mitchell looking over at the assistants who have
a lot of ball on that play, but also keep him in this game.
Both coaches still have their challenges. 5 to shoot. Reach in, clean strip.
Sensing the moment here. Still a.
What do you think?
Get Mitchell a little break here. And
Max Strus just had Siakam. Backing
Siakam real comfortable with that matchup. On
Jet Hunter. Hunter's going to hoist from Hunter.
How crazy. Siakam just doesn't give him any room.
Hunter with a gigantic.
How about getting an offensive rebound?
Here, Cleveland. Game on TNT. City for the swing game 5. Yoshie by the Cavs. Again, they look dead in the water.
Series really, the bench, all of a sudden Ty Jerome comes in and night.
Bad free throws. Boy,